Hello, this is Dr. Cari Bourette. I'm the director of the MoodCompass Project. I'm here today without a script, without charts, graphs, and no PowerPoint to share with you some amazing findings about the nature of disasters and how we collectively might play a part in them. Let me tell you what I mean. A few days ago, we were reviewing the data for the last year, for 2012, and what we found that since late June of last year, we've been in a very large chain of disaster events that are connected in one big disaster wave. And it's not over yet. It is still unfolding. And let me see if I can explain what we're seeing without pictures and charts and graphs. There have been 4 disasters since this wave started late June, early July of last year. There was the Aurora, Colorado event, the shooting in the Batman premiere. There was the Libya ambassador shooting and then the Muslim uprising with that. There was the Superstorm Sandy that hit the east coast of the U.S. And there was the Sandy Hook Elementary School shooting. Each of those 4 events shared the same pattern where 3 things happened that we could observe in our data. First, there was a spike in mood factors that have to do with instability. Second, following that, within a couple weeks, was a spike, a crescendo, a climax in the type of mood that had been occurring. For example, the focus in June of 2012 was a lot on healthcare, Obamacare, the election, the constitutionality of Obamacare, and people got to the point collectively where they were sick of hearing about it. And that spikes. That's step 2. Step 3, there is a collective shift in focus. And this happens within days of the disaster event showing up. And in each of these 4 occurrences, the shift in focus is of the type, the mood factors that go with the type of event that happened. And again, it happens before, several days before, as if collectively we are turning toward the event and looking at it before it shows up. And one of 2 things happens. Either a natural disaster shows up, as in the case of Superstorm Sandy, where we saw massive devastation and it had all of our attention for a moment. Or some person or group shows up and commits an act that gets our attention. I'm not saying what causes it to happen this way at this point. I am merely sharing our observation. But think about what this might imply. And if we collectively turn our heads in the direction of a violent event or a terrorist attack or a natural event, is there some way we could catch that if we had several days warning and collectively turn our focus a different way? Is there some way these things can be diffused before they happen? It's a question I'm asking, and I don't know the answer to that right now. But this is incredible stuff, and we're excited about it. And again, I want to remind you that we're in progress of more in this disaster wave, and there is currently Today is March 3rd. And we are right now on step 2 out of 3 steps for the next disaster. We've already had the peak in instability. We've already had the climax. Well, actually, we're in progress of the climaxing right now. In a focus of argument and words and data and manipulation and drama, having to do with the sequester in Congress and nothing getting done. That's climaxing right now. And then we'll find out what step 3 is, and we'll know the direction that our heads will be turning toward the next event. And unfortunately, it is likely that then that next event will happen. My guess at this time is that it's a week or 2 away, but we'll know more when we see step 3 actually occur or begin. We'll know when step 3 begins, that we're almost there. So I may not make another video for this, for the step 3 for this, but we wanted to share this with everyone. And we will be posting in blogs and Facebook and a comment on the YouTube video when we do see more of this. Take care and be well.